Well, good morning, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide, and we are on November 14th, 2019. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet. Welcome to the Daily Dew. Starting out here, looking at the last 24 hours on our sun, as we have an Earth-facing coronal hole right now, stretched out towards the southern hemisphere. And we also have an incoming coronal hole that is developing right now. It is equatorial, and it is just north of the active sunspot region we've been watching. Stay aware and prepared. We'll be watching for space weather over the next 48 hours due to that coronal hole Earth facing. Let's look at the earthquakes here for the last 24 and 48 hours. Focusing on the last 24 hours, most recent being is 4.9 in Indonesia, in Purwa, Indonesia. But it has been very active the last 24 hours. You're looking around the world. 5.0 in Indonesia. 5.5 here, Carlsberg Ridge. It's the second earthquake in the last few days in this region. 5.2 in Afghanistan, 87 kilometer depth. Moving into the West Pacific here. Shishijima, Japan, with a 4.5 at a 421 kilometer depth. It is a very deep earthquake for Japan. We are watching Marianas Trench earthquakes the last few days as well. 3.9 here, California. Lots of shaking going on today. San Andreas Fault Line. 4.3 Nicaragua. 5.5 Guatemala. 5.5 here in the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. It's interesting, 5.5 Mid-Atlantic, 5.5 Carlsberg, and 5.5 Broken Strait. What do they call that? Broken Ridge, 5.5. It's very interesting earthquakes there around the African continent. Let's look at the last 7 days for earthquakes. There's been quite a few deep earthquakes as of late. Just waiting for those larger, shallower earthquakes to follow. Definitely keeping an eye on Europe and the east side of the African continent. And as well, the quiet zone, North America. As we're still seeing minor rumbles across San Andreas and the Cascadia Fault Line. Let's go over to the Pacific Disaster Center and show you here the most recent updates for volcanoes and disasters from around the world. Looking here at volcano Sabancaya in Peru, volcano Apo in Japan. Looking at winter storms, Atlantic provinces and into Quebec City. Fuego volcano, Sengeng Api in Indonesia, Asosan in Japan, Popo in Mexico, Nevados de Chile, Chile, and as well Docono in Indonesia, and Reventador. Also looking at tropical storms that are spinning right now. Tropical storm Kalmaji hitting the Philippines, and tropical storm Fengshen. It is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, diminishing and heading north. And then as well, we've got this devastating situation in Australia. All of the fires, bushfires that have broken out across New South Wales, Wyndham, Lithgow. The list goes on. So stay aware and prepared, fellow Australians. I know that smoke is getting pretty thick along the coastline. Most of it has gone out into the sea and is affecting New Zealand right now. Then the Pacific Disaster Center here showing a lot of heavy winds, heavy snow, and storm conditions across Europe, as I warned in the last couple of days in my video that they will be receiving an extreme weather event over the coming days. So stay aware and prepared, fellow Europeans. Much love to you all. God bless humanity. Mediterranean hurricane. It's a new thing these days. Let's get to the 5-day forecast brought to you by MeteoEarth, Meteo Mike. I'm going to start out here overlooking North America, as the cold has really affected eastern Canada, western Canada, still getting some of that southwest Pacific moisture. Temperatures hovering around the freezing mark. BC coastline expecting a lot of rain the next few days as that large low pressure system affects you guys straight up into Alaska and into the Yukon. Overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, you can see that large low pressure system we've been talking about the last few days affecting Greenland. And as well, this system will be affecting the Atlantic provinces in the coming days. Still a possible superstorm scenario along the east coast of North America. Later in the week, we'll be keeping an eye on that low pressure system. And here is the low that is affecting Europe, especially parts of Italy. Venice is under a lot of water. Around the world we go, overlooking the tropical storms that are going to be affecting the West Pacific over the next few days. This one here hitting the Philippines, and then affecting Japan later in the week with heavy rain. Thank you everybody for watching today. This has been Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide. Much love to you all, and thank you for watching today. Don't forget to hit that like button. Stay aware and prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your morning dew. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.